Hi everyone, Cindy Ellers here from Cindy's Stamping Studio. I'm so glad I'm able to be with you today. Yesterday's fiasco, that was quite something. I'm just glad it wasn't my fault, right? That's what I'm thinking there. While I wait for some people to hop on, I want to welcome you to Cindy's Stamping Studio, located in the central part of Wisconsin. And I got two people already. I know one is Sally Becker, and that's wonderful. Make sure you say hi. And, oh, that's Angie. Well, see, I don't recognize your little bitty picture. Welcome, and I'm glad you could join me. I'm going to get myself set up on my Kindle. And I realize that this is not a great time frame because a lot of people have to work or what have you, but there wasn't a whole lot I could do about it. You know, so many people work at night, and so, you know, what are they going to do? And there's Arliss. I didn't see her hop on right away. I see her now, though, so I'm so glad that you're here. See now. Nice to see you in the afternoon. Well, that's good, Arliss. Maybe that's something I should think about for something in the future. I don't know. Today is Tuesday, October 5th, 2021. Get that out of the way. I want to thank you all that have showed up. I know a lot of people will watch me tonight. You don't realize how much you depend on Facebook until you don't have access to it, I think. That was quite the thing yesterday. I kept checking it on and off, and then when it started coming back, it was 10 after 5. Oh, there was no way I was going to be able to, go live because I have to deal with two lunatics, beagles, and it just, then I found out that lives weren't working, so I'm glad I just avoided all that stress and that coming to you today. Well, hi, Kay. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope everybody had a great weekend and this past week, because I haven't seen you for 7 days. Last Thursday, Jim and I went and took a road trip to La Crosse and took a paddle boat ride on the Mississippi on the La Crosse Queen. It's a 2-hour cruise. And it was really nice. And then when we got done with that, we kind of took our time, didn't go back on the interstate because we wanted to take our time and just take it easy, and found a nice restaurant and had lunch. So that was a lot of fun. Then on Saturday, Jim offered to take me out for breakfast. I couldn't believe it. So that was fun too. And then Sunday, our son Justin called and wanted to know if we wanted to join him and his wife and 2 other couples and go for a UTV ride, which is like a 4-wheeler, only UTV is bigger, more comfortable. And even though it was kind of drizzly out, the leaves were still very pretty in Wisconsin, and I'm glad we went. We ate lunch at a lake resort, very small lake resort. It's called Rock Dam, and that was really good. I like me a good bar burger, and since we don't go to bars really, it's always a treat. Hi Linda, thank you for joining me. It was a nice week, and I worked on cards on and off, and I got the technique cards are ready to go. Our technique class is a week from today, next Tuesday. We have it at Schmitty's in Nilsville. So if there's any Nilsville people or surrounding area that are interested in a new hobby, join us. There's nothing to buy except to pay your $10 to make 2 technique cards and 1 fancy fold card. It's a lot of fun, and we'd love to have you join us. Okay? Now, I did show you last week the Christmas cards, and here's Sandy Shoemaker. She just hopped on. Christmas card class for October is on right now if you're interested in the class to go. I can show you those cards in a bit. And get me your orders in. They're starting to come in again, but get me your orders in, because if there's designer paper involved, it doesn't mean that you might not be able to get the exact design that I have pictured, because, you know, like in designer paper, sometimes there's only 2 sheets. So you have to get your order in early. Plus, by getting it in early, it gives me plenty of time to get it all ready. Oh, I forgot to mention, the technique for our technique class is called Craft Ink and Wink a Stella. So that should be a fun class. It's something we have never done, not even a variation of. At least I don't think. But after 10 years, it's hard to remember every single technique we've done, even though I have all my tags. So tonight, see, I'm reading off of notes from last night. This afternoon's card is a super simple, and I think it is a card that you'll find is just perfect to send a special friend. Okay? Now, let me see. If you don't get a chance to watch this, you can catch the replay on Thursday at Cindy's Stamping Studio. That's my blog. Just type in Cindy's Stamping Studio. It'll come right up. And do me a favor, if you scroll down a little bit, you can subscribe to my blog. Just enter your email address in that space, and then it'll come to you in your email every morning when I make a list. I also have a YouTube channel. I'd be thrilled if you would join me and not miss any of my videos. Okay, there's only one thing left to do. Yes, there's only one thing left to do, and that is to announce the winners of my door prizes. So, first of all, before we get to last Tuesday's door prize, I want to announce the September host code winner, and that is for people that have put in an order. I enter all of your names into a drawing for a $15 host code winner of Stampin' Up product. And the winner for September is Bev Boone. And Bev will need to get in touch with me and get her order in. So I'll put that over there so I don't forget about it. Now for last week, our winner for comments is Ronnie Kaiser Smith. And Ronnie will get herself a packet of Penguin Designer Series paper. It's all cut to fit and would make a perfect layer to your winter cards, Christmas cards, whatever you may have. So that'll be for Ronnie Kaiser for comments and for sharing. Now, sharing that's just a wonderful thing. When you share this video on your Facebook page, you will get my name out there. More people will see me. More people will join us. It's just, that's how it works. And the winner and sharing, you have really good odds. There's usually not more than 10 people that share, which if everybody shared, it'd be wonderful. Our winner for sharing, and she will also get a packet of Penguin paper for her cards. And, you know, on the back side, it's got some really neat, if you don't like penguins, you can do the back side. And here's the back side on this one. So, you know, there's a lot of possibilities. That winner for sharing is Courtney Ostendarp. And I don't think I say that right, but I'm sorry if I did say it wrong, Courtney. You're the winner, and I will get your paper out in the mail to you tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Tonight's card is going to be made using the Beauty of Friendship stamp set. And there's also coordinating dies that go with the set, and they're called Beautiful Tree dies. So I'm going to flip my camera around. Oh, and we'll get stamping. But before we get stamping, I want to show you the Christmas cards one more time that are available for you in case you're interested. Okay, so hang on. I'm going to flip my camera around. There you go. Now you can see Jim's truck. I'll raise it up. You can see Jim's home yet. He hasn't left for work yet. And there's on the left, there's the shed Jim is building for our boat. There we go. Move it over a little bit. So I get me all adjusted. Let's get some kind of dreary here in Nilsville, if you noticed. Well, let's move this forward a little bit. There. I think that'll be better. There. There. I got it all now. Perfect. Thank you for sharing, Kay. I appreciate it so much. Here are the cards that are available for the Christmas card class. Now remember, this class can be to go or it can be in person. And what you do is you pick one card, or if it's a to-go class that you're interested in, you can pick more than one. You can pick two, and that's fine. You can, all right, there we go. I just had to make sure that it was all okay. There. You can pick two if it's a class to go. What a lot of the women are doing are the in-person classes if you live in the Nilsville or surrounding area. And they'll pick one card to make on site, and then they'll pick a second card to go. And that's working out real good. I try really hard to go and pick simple cards, and hopefully they're stress-free. So here's our first card, Peace on Earth, Goodwill Toward Man. It comes from the Peace on Earth stamp set, which I just love. The second card is Peaceful Deer and the coordinating deer punch. Then we have Let It Snow with the Iridescent Snowflakes. Very simple card, as you can see. And we have the Merry Christmas with the evergreen trees. And some people are hesitant to pick this because they don't want to have to glue each tree. It's a punch. It punches them all out at the same time. So that's really cool, right? We have this very simple but really pretty cool Merry Christmas card. It's got pine boughs on one side and designer series paper on the other side. We have Glory to the Newborn King with the little girl angel. I thought this was pretty. This is in the new soft succulent colors. So there's that. Okay. We have You Warm My Heart. This uses the Frosted Gingerbread stamp set and coordinating designer series paper. We have this Snowman. This is using the new white velvet cardstock. I just saw a technique on this today, and I am going to have to write it down because I think it's something our technique class would love making. Write it down real quick. White velvet. Okay, so I don't forget, because I don't know. I don't have the greatest memory. And this is a very pretty Christmas card. We have this one, which is our gingerbread cookies. That is the frosted gingerbread stamp set and matching designer series paper. We have the penguins, and they're sliding down the snowbank. Penguin Place is the stamp set with coordinating punch. I thought it was so cute. And here is Sending Love and Peace this season. I like this set. Somebody has even asked me, what stamp set? Well, this is the only stamping, and that is from Peaceful Deer. This is paper. This is designer series paper. I added a couple of rhinestones. Real easy. I love this traditional real red plaid Christmas card using the Peaceful Deer and coordinating designer series paper. And last is the Iridescent Snowflake with the 3D snowflake embossing folder. Really, and it's a half folder, so it only does this much. So that's really, I really like that. So, okay, if you're interested, get in touch with me. Send me a personal message. I will get you fixed up. Remember, it's 10 cards for $15. You receive everything you need to make those cards, and it's a lot of fun, and you'll have a head start on your Christmas cards. So that's for October. Okay, the stamp set we're using tonight is called Beauty of Friendship, as I mentioned, and it has coordinating dies, beautiful trees. It's a great set. I think you're going to really like our card tonight. Okay, where can I put this? Okay, let me get our packet and my notes. We are going to be using Misty Moonlight cardstock. It is 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Okay, we're going to have a white piece for the inside. Notice how I marked it so I don't get lost. We have a piece of Mary Marlowe layer. It looks like it might be too big. We might have to trim that down a little bit. A piece of white and a piece of coordinating designer series paper that goes with the stamp set. It's called Beauty of the Earth. Here's a piece of a scrap, a designer series paper for the inside, and then we have a piece of Early Espresso. Okay, so I want to, first of all, I want to trim this down a little bit because, in my opinion, it is just too wide. Oh, there, huh? That's so much better. I want to trim this piece down. And it goes right there. Okay, we are going to be using the tree die. Now, I did not pre-cut it out. I didn't do that on purpose because it's hard to go and stamp then. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and just push that aside. We're going to go and run this through our Stampin' Up! Embossing machine. And I'll just do it right here. Everybody knows what a embossing machine looks like. I think that works out better. And we got our tree here. And just so you know, this card will also be included in our October kit cards because I liked it so much that I knew you would too. Now, I know some people have said that they use the sheets, the adhesive sheets for the tree, and you can certainly do that if you are so inclined. Why don't I? Because 9 times out of 10, I forget to, and that's the truth. We're going to take our white piece that's for the front, and one of the greetings on the stamp set is thinking of you, with a little bit of early espresso. I am going to stamp our greeting. Thinking of you. Thank you, Kay. It is a nice selection. I try very hard to have a little bit of everything, and I think I did well. Okay, now, and this is the other reason. I needed to stamp this first, because now I'm going to run it through my Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. Now, I know that this is the back of it, but I wanted you to see this. I always put a blue dot on all my 3D folders so that it's easier for me to know to use the 3D plate, which is right here, and not use the other plates. And the other reason is to help my stamping ladies out so that they don't have to worry about which plates to use. They see the blue dot, they just go for it. Now, if you've ever looked at the embossing folders, you see a line, right? I like to line my cardstock right up on that line. That way I know it's pretty much centered, and I'm not going to have a crooked impression. So let me go, and I pre-stamped it. Now I'm going to go and run it through my embossing machine. It'll only take a second. I am really impressed with how nicely Stampin' Up! Has made these embossing machines. As you know, we used to have the Big Shot, but now Stampin' Up! Has their own, and I have to tell you, I'm impressed. So, okay, so there it is, right? Okay, so let's just start. I'm going to put this right here, like that. And as you can tell, it's over, but that's okay, because I did not know how wide to make this, because obviously I don't want it covering up my words. So I'm going to go and just put some adhesive right there, and I'm going to put my designer series paper right there. And then I will take my scissors and just trim it up. It's a really easy way to, if you're not quite sure, sure, I made the sample, worked out perfectly fine the first time around. Well, obviously I must have stamped it too close or something, I'm not quite sure. Now this is going to go right there. This is really cool. I just liked how this turned out. So we're going to put a little bit of glue, or if you had an adhesive sheet. And you know what's funny? Because now that I'm doing the Facebook Live, after I cut it out, I thought, oh, wouldn't that have been clever to use an adhesive sheet on this tree? Because I did use it for my sample. So I'm not quite sure why. I don't know what I'd have to do to remember I think it's however you start out, you know, with stamping. If it was part of your habit, right? Not quite sure. All right. Now I'm going to just flip this over. And we're going to line it up right there. I want it right there. And put it, let's just put it down. It's starting to come together. I just love how this turned out. I mean, you can't ask for a more simple card. And very tasteful. Okay, so now we're going to put it on our Mary Marlowe layer, just like so. Oh, isn't that looking good? Yes. And on our card base. Now the card that's going to be available for our kit class will be a sympathy card, you know, thinking of you. But this card uses the stamp set from the Beauty of Friendship, and it's Friendships Refresh the Soul. So, yeah, if you can, I don't know how good the microphone is on my phone, but my husband just walked outside to start his truck to go and to go to work. So that only means one thing. It's just me and the two lunatics. And we can watch any TV we want tonight. Ooh. See? Friendships refresh the soul. Okay, now. No, I can't. We are going to go and stamp that in Early Espresso. We're going to stamp that in Early Espresso, like so. I like this stamp set. I love the font. We're going to add a strip of designer series paper, like so. Okay, and I will do that right now. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the Tombow glue. I got it. It's fresh, but it isn't white. It's kind of a cream color. I've never noticed that before. And I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I really do on purpose leave my designer series paper, a little bit too long, because I want to be able to trim it off so it looks nice. And that'll go on the inside of our card. I'm not going to glue it down because this will also serve as my sample card for the kit class or card to go. We're going to add a gold, what are they called? They are gold faceted gem to finish our card. I think it turned out just great. Yeah, this is working out wonderfully. And that's our card. I know that we've had our issues in the past, but things are looking up, and I'm so excited for that. I'm so glad that, see, on my Kindle, it doesn't turn out very good, but I have it set up on my laptop and it's crystal clear. So if you're having problems seeing this, it's very hard. Yes, it is, Kay. It's always that's why I do it on purpose. It's hard to add paper back on once you've cut it, right? That's right. I love this card. I think it turned out so great. And I hope you'll consider making a card just like this for for your very own. I'm going to be making this card into a sympathy card. I think that will work just perfect. So here's our card. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Next week, Monday night, I'll be right back here, and I hope you'll consider joining me. Have a great rest of the week and happy stamping. Thank you.